Hi, I'm Markus from CrossTech, and today I'd like to show you the Skype integration for BreezingForms. If you need to know how to create forms in the first place in BreezingForms, then I suggest you to watch one of the previous video tutorials that we made for you. And in this tutorial we already created a small contact form which we simply need to add the Skype integration into. You also need to install the Skype plugin, which you can install normally here in the extensions manager of Joomla, and make sure that you publish it. So the form that I created already is a simple contact form with a name, subject, message, and a few files that can be uploaded. And after you installed and enabled that Skype plugin, you simply browse to the Forms Advanced tab and go to More Options, and then you will see the Skype feature here. If you're not set it up already, then it already contains a small tutorial on how to install everything. But with this video I will try to give you more insight about how things work. Most of the work is done on the Microsoft side by creating and registering the bot, which can be done in a few simple steps. And so I would say we just get this started by clicking on this link. You will be forwarded to the bot framework website of Microsoft. If you don't have an account already at Microsoft, then you will need to create one, log in, and then you will see this menu bar here where it says register a bot, and that's what we need to do. We are going to register our first bot. So at first you would give it a simple name, for example, BreezingForms test bot. And then we need the bot handle, which is basically a key. So call it BF test bot, and some description, testing the BreezingForms integration with Skype. Then in the configuration you have the option messaging endpoint. This is required by Microsoft, but it's actually not used within BreezingForms. This is necessary if you, for example, would create a bot that you need to be able to communicate with if you want to ask about something. But since the Skype integration for BreezingForms is working in only one direction, namely forward the submissions to the bot, you won't need this, but still you need to add something. So I would suggest to enter your website address. That's basically it. And what also is important, you might want to publish your bot. You don't need to, but if you decide to publish it, then this messaging endpoint will be taken into account by the reviewers of Microsoft. But maybe you are not going to publish it because it depends on how many users will actually use the bot. But I will tell you more later on. So to get started, you will need the Microsoft App ID and the password, and both you can create under this link here. So the app ID is already pre-generated, and all you need to do is to create a secret or password, which will be shown only once. So make sure you're going to paste it to a secret location. So what I'm going to do is I just store it in that tab, and so I can reuse it. And then I can already add the app ID. Then Microsoft wants some profile data from you, so the publisher name, so I take mine, email, privacy statement. Also what I said before about the reviewers, they would like to see some privacy statement on your website. The same goes for terms of use. But again, you don't need to publish your bot. It will still be working. It depends on how many users you will have. So don't worry about that part for now. Bot website is not mandatory. Hashtags, I'm gonna add Joomla, BreezingForms, Skype. Languages, I will leave it in English, so that's fine. So this you don't need to. And then we simply register the bot. So once the bot is created, you will be forwarded to your bots page. You only have one bot right now. And then you see already here is the Skype integration, and by this link you can add your bot to your contacts. You could also copy the link and send to some other of your contacts, and those contacts will add your Skype bot to their contacts as well, so you can send or forward the submissions to them through the bot you created. So then that's gonna do it. We just add the bot. Skype is being launched. So and you see the bot has been added. So this means everything is set up already for to get started actually to connect the bot with your form. So for that we're gonna get back, and what we need now is the Microsoft App ID once more. That we're gonna add here, and we need the password which I parked here, and save. And what it does now on the first save, it tries to send when you enable it, sorry, after you enable it, it tries to send sorry, you have to add the recipient first. So skip that for now. It will try to send a message to the bot once the first recipient is declared by using the recipient's username and enabling it. So if you then save, you will see that the bot is active. And from now on you could add many more Skype contacts. You can also add groups. So if you are if you for example have a group and enter get name like this, you can copy this part here including the 19 and simply add it like it would be a username. So any group that that contains this bot will also receive submissions, but only if you wish to. We don't need that for now. Then you can also display the head data, for example, when the form has been submitted, who was the submitter. If you don't check that, then just the plain submission data will be forwarded to Skype. You can also exclude fields if you simply don't want to see field values in the submission. And similar to mailback email attachments, you can also attach PDF of the submissions and CSV and XML files. I just add a PDF, which would be enough for the example. So now we can already go and try it with the contact form. So testing Skype. And the message is hi, testing Skype. Adding a file could also be an image or more files. And you already heard it. Here's our bot, and here you see that the record has been received. Here's the name, the subject, the message, the file. You can access the file and the uploaded file through a link. Or access the PDF that I enabled. If you would, for example, upload things like images or something like that, that Skype would automatically display a thumbnail. So everything that you know from regular chats will be applied here too. So that's basically it, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial about the Skype integration, and hope to see you soon. Yeah, and bye.